Hi there. Just a friendly reminder that this is a critique. I will be discussing the game for those who have completed it. If you haven't, perhaps you should stop this video now, unless of course you're still interested in what I have to say, and you don't mind the risk of spoilers. When I think of my time with Jazzpunk, the word that comes to mind is irreverent. Jazzpunk is a comedy video game. Comedy in video games has always been tricky, and after the fall of the adventure genre in the late 90s, it's not something that has been attempted often or with much success. To be honest, even in its heyday, the games that were truly funny and could sustain that through their runtime were rare indeed. What this comes down to is the timing problem. Comedy is timing. Even the funniest string of words can fall flat if delivered in the wrong cadence or at the wrong time. Of course, the strength of video games is in giving players the agency to do what they want, when they want, within the confines of the game's rules, of course. It's easy to see why comedy in video games have often been at odds.
I am in your debt. I am in overwhelming debt.
Jazzpunk addresses this issue through unexpected game mechanics. As much of the game as possible is designed to be an opportunity for a joke. It's not just the dialogue on the objectives of your mission, interacting with the environment, the bizarre side quests, and even how the game will change reality on you are all examples of loading Jazzpunk up with laughter. It presents so many opportunities for laughter that it's bursting at the seams, trying to get the player to burst at the seams with laughter. It's a digital manifestation of the old rule, if you only tell one good joke every 10 tries, you must be prepared to tell 9 bad ones. With so much going on, and most of it being so odd and out of left field, you might find yourself barking out a laugh in sheer surprise at the absurdity of it all.
Text to play.
Jazzpunk might be about perception. On one level, it's trying to change the perception of how to approach comedy in video games, but also your character takes hallucinogens in order to travel to a mission. Often the mission will end by snapping back into reality from a tranquil interlude once your objectives have been accomplished. The whole thing is a spoof on the 60s spy genre, but it also might be a spoof about playing video games. So many of your actions seem to be for the sheer ridiculousness of their outcome, and this includes cutaways to playing snippets of other video games, such as Frogger, Space Invaders, and even Quake. It seems to be making a statement that most games are pretty ridiculous in and of themselves, so as a defense mechanism, we mostly sit back and enjoy the ride, trying not to think about it. It also helps that Jazzpunk is a short game, clocking in at about 2 hours if you take your time. There are a lot of achievements for interacting with the environment in ridiculous ways, and there is definitely some longevity there for those who want to see just how many secrets are embedded within each stage. Jazzpunk does not overstay its welcome, and I have mixed feelings about why. Even by the end of the game, there are jokes that are reused. In some cases, these are slight variations on a previous joke. Now this could be deliberate, as there is indeed the potential for comedy through repetition. Sideshow Bob and the Rakes, for example. On the other hand, perhaps they were actually repeating themselves, and it's a good thing that the game ended when it did. I will also admit that it took me forever to find all 6 items to feed the ego of the editor right at the end of the game, making me question if the game was perhaps glitched. Well played, Jazzpunk, messing with my perceptions again.
I feel like an absolute god. Is that a sewing needle?
No.